Einen wunderschönen guten Abend. Willkommen zum 10. Treffen der Formel 5000 Fahrzeuge auf dem Hockenheimring. Willkommen, guten Abend. Wir sind in Westdeutschland und haben 3 Sekunden Spaß für uns. And now back to our usual program. Hello, fooled you all. Good evening. Welcome to the Hockenheimring. It's the Grand Prix of Nations here in the Formula 5000 Championship at Classic Motorsport Hub. Got currently the warm-up session underway. Look at that. That's Owen Potter in the Lotus going down the front straight. I'm Pascal Mikula. I'm going to be driving today, maybe giving 1 or 2 shout-outs, literally shouting stuff out during the race. But the main commentator is sitting right here beside me in voice chat. This is Matthew Sibanyoni. Take it away.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, and whatever time it is across the seas. I'll be here commentating today for round 10 of the 1972 Formula 5000 series running at CMH. I'd say this is going to be one of the most exciting races of the season because I've seen the results in qualifying and there's 7 thousandths between P1 and P2. 2 seconds between the top 5, and the mid-pack is only 7 seconds behind, so anything can happen to the top 5, and that will definitely show some dramatic moments today. I think it's going to be a very polarizing race. It's going to be very interesting, and there's going to be lots to talk about. We're on board in the Guy Edwards card. I think that's our unfortunate racer in Monza who gave up the P1 victory with a mistake. Got punctures. He was on old he took new tires after the stop, but it wasn't enough to catch up to Giovanni Centrame, who took the win in Monza last week. So we're on board with Juan Guerrero. Probably, I think they're in the warm-up session at the moment.
We're currently waiting for Lucas Gomez. We're still waiting for him. That's the thing. And I think he just joined. There he is. Speak of the devil. Lucas Gomez is there. Hallelujah. Hey.
In his Matic car, his orange Matic car. So that's all the people we have for today. I am very excited. I can't wait for this race because plenty more cars on the grid. Oh, there's Joe having a bit of a tumble out of the final corner and bang into the barrier. I hope that doesn't happen too often during today's race. We have one driver who's not with us today, serving a race ban for his incidents during the Monza Grand Prix, a couple of collisions, Edis tires. I think he's leading the championship at the moment, although his position in the standings is up for debate after the controversial actions of that race.
Sorry to cut in there, Matt. Yeah. Let's talk about the standings. Let's pull up the standings real quick.
Oh, there we are. 1 point.
1 point difference there.
Interesting. And we have bringing up the rear in third as a runner-up. Joe Gillett from Rule Britannia, England, 23 points. Stefano Coletta. I don't think I've seen him often enough. I hope he's well, 15 points. Juan Guerrero, our unlucky Colombian from Monza with 13 points. Anderson Bernardino, Brazil, the very, very determined Brazilian, getting a third place in Monza. Giovanni Santarame, who has had the best debut at our organization with 9 points. Wilmer Johnson from Sweden, another person I hope to see back on our grid soon. Gustavo Losborough, who had to take a sabbatical from the series. I hope we see him soon as well. Marcel Jahoda, I think he's having a bit of issues with his hardware at the moment that he won't be able to participate for the series. Thomas McHugh from my very own country, Ireland, with 5 points. I don't think that's the last. Is there a second? There we go. Lovely. Lucas Gomez from Spain with 4 points. Jessica, a usual face on the grid from France, had an unlucky start in Monza, breaking the front wing before the lights had even gone out, with 4 points there. Matthew Oboski, a new face in the Classic Motorsport Hub organization from the US of A, recently celebrated Thanksgiving, the 4th of July celebrations. Hope he enjoyed that. With 3 points, Demir Karatko is unfortunately no longer with us with 3 points. Myself with 3 points, I actually can't participate in the races for the moment as I am going through a change in hardware from old PC to new PC, but I do hope that I can enjoy racing here again in full 60 FPS glory. Owen Potter back with us today. He's still kind of fresh-faced on our grids from England, the same as Joe. And last but not least, Halil Sahin, always a regular in CMH. He's more of a team owner from what I've seen. I've seen he actually has his own racing organization, so he focuses on that quite a lot. But he is a reliable and good guy. I hope to see him race again. He usually comes around for the Gold Star, so that's the entire standings table. As we cut back to the track, Anderson Bernardino speeding down Hockenheim for the first chicane.
And we're currently in the warm-up session, the pre-race warm-up session as well, as there has been a little bit of an accident. I think that was Juho Sopanen or someone else crashed there at the Ostkurve. But we have now 8 minutes to go until the pits are closed, which means the drivers have 8 minutes to get out of the pits to at least one lap around the circuit. And I can confirm, as I just go past them, that is Juho Sopanen with the damage. He's best advised to go back to the pits and get that repaired. I mean, he's got enough time. But yeah, speaking of this track, Matt, talk us through where we're actually at today, the track map and everything.
So, Hockenheim, I don't think this track needs an introduction. We've seen it before. I talked about it in Monza. The high-speed, long 6-kilometer track covered in lovely forestry. We'll be here for 30 laps, total distance of 203.7 kilometers, or 126 miles for those imperial folks. It's situated in Baden, or you're going to have to help me with this one, Pascal, because I'm going to butcher that pronunciation. Is it Baden-Württemberg, Germany? I think
almost. Oops. Okay. The location it's the Hockenheimring is very conveniently located in Hockenheim, the town of Hockenheim near Heidelberg. And the state is called Baden-Württemberg. I don't know if there's actually like a real English word for it, but you know, it's Baden-Württemberg, and it's the southwest of Germany. It's around Let's see, what's the next biggest city? I think Stuttgart or something like that. Stuttgart is a few dozen miles away from Hockenheim, and it's
And
not too far. It's not too far away from the Nürburgring either.
tell me, have you ever been to Hockenheim as a resident of Germany?
I wish I was. I wish I was, but never.
Ah, that's unfortunate. I'd say
No, I think we
you
just had
got a
someone.
couple of great
I think we
friends.
just had someone leave the game. I don't know what happened there. We may need to
Uh,
restart the whole session again.
oh, that's not good. But I'm sure you should definitely go see some of your hometown tracks.
Oh yeah, I
Like
wish. I mean, it's a
you
bit
got
difficult nowadays. But you know.
You got Sachsenring, you've got Oscherleben, you've got no, that's in Belgium. I was about to say Zolder. Uh, you got of course Hockenheim. I think you are like 10 minutes away from Avis. Didn't you say that before?
Yeah. Literally, actually. I mean, the Avos is no longer used as a racetrack, but the piece of autobahn that was the Avos in the past. It's in the southwest of Berlin. So about 10 minutes away from where I live here. And the next active racetrack is the Euro Speedway Lausitz, where where
Um,
Alex
pretty
Zanardi
sure
had his
it's not
big crash. So it's not that bad. Not
Is it
that
a
bad.
bit of a
Not
road?
the situation. I mean, the situation. But it's a bit difficult nowadays to get to racetracks. I mean, you know what's happening in the world and everything.
19, yeah. It's a bit of a roval, isn't it, Lausitz? A bit. It's kind of got this it doesn't have much banking at all, but it's got this kind of oval-like configuration that a lot of tracks or a lot of racing series incorporate in the track.
It well, yeah. I mean, it's not just the road course. I mean, there was quite a discussion recently. You know what's a roval, what isn't. Um, Lausitzring, well, it has the oval layout, which is more of a tri-oval, which is, you could compare Lausitzring a bit more to Pocono than to a traditional oval, but the road course is also quite nice. We've driven there in the LFT DTM series, if you remember that. It was quite nice.
Yeah.
So, oh, session is closed. We need to restart the warm up.
Well, I think we're running good on time, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. There we go. Lovely. Back into the warm-up. So who is the unfortunate guy? Who are we missing?
Giovanni Santorame.
Oh, can't forget. Yeah, you can't leave him out. Put a race winner of last week. You can't.
No, it's
No
not a
matter.
matter of it's not a matter of whether he's the winner or not. It's just the problem is
Oh, of
just
course not.
he
It's
just
just.
left. He just lost. There you go.
Yeah. But you know, he's a kind of he made his mark. His debut, he really made his mark. He showed us who he was. He wasn't messing around. I think if you were to bet who might win today, apart from yourself, I'd say I'm gonna go with Santarame again on consistency value. Who would you go for?
I think I think wait, I need to check. Sorry, I'm a little bit hectic because there's just when someone loses connection during the race session and it's just suddenly stopped now, and the race session is closed. You just have to kind of everyone's really in a hurry to get out of the pits now. Who I pick for the win? Really, anyone in the top four has got a shot.
Then I'd say, you know who will interest me? Oh, it's opening. Control your car. I think what will be interesting is between Gillette and Kevin. Kevin, the new face. of
Oh yeah.
the new. I think he will. Those two, I think, will definitely go toe to toe. I could even guarantee it. Those two will definitely be fighting.
Yeah,
And
speaking of
they
which,
give.
Kevin van der Bosch, a new driver, making his debut here at CMH in the McLaren M18, number 11, I think it is, hailing from the Netherlands. So we do have some friendly people there over there, apparently.
Yeah, we're a bit worldwide, but 30 laps. So if in terms of talking a strategy, we won't see much of it at all because I don't think we'll see.
I tend to disagree with you. Uh, the reason is these cars use about 4 liters of fuel per lap. Multiply that by 30 laps, you get to 120 liters, which is exactly the maximum amount that you can have in this that these tanks can carry. And we're still doing a recon lap and a formation lap. So unless people do hardcore fuel saving, there's gonna be some pit stops.
Perhaps. I'm just going to do a quick check so the stream's resolution on my site will be stable for the race because it's having a small bit of an issue. I will be back momentarily.
Yeah, and now due to the fact that we had to restart the race twice now because of someone losing connection, I think all the drivers will now agree to do an extra quick formation lap so that we can get this race underway. You know what they say, even the best plan doesn't survive first contact with the enemy. But it happens, but we got 11 drivers on the grid, so it's gonna be a big race.
All right, okay. 1 second, I will be back in a dash. There we go, lovely. Perfect, okay. So, could we get a session time remaining there?
Yes. 6 minutes and 50 until the pits close, and that's about 8 minutes 50 until we get to the formation lap. Ooh, the adrenaline is pumping through the veins, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to mull over who's going to get. It's a motocross term for the first person out of turn one, the hold shot. If you've ever heard of it, I'm trying to determine who's going to get the best start. Yeah, the hold shot. I'm trying to kind of predict what's gonna go wrong for some people, what's gonna go right. Because like Hockenheim is both it's subjective to your opinion, but it's both a very dangerous and a very not so dangerous track, depending on who's driving on it at the time. And
oh, sorry, continue.
Oh no! I was pretty much done there. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Well, the thing is, we are driving. We're in the 1972 Formula 5000 Championship, and as you might remember, 1972, that was just the time in Hockenheim. 4 years ago, Jim Clark dies in a Formula 2 race, of all things. So that's why we have the two chicanes on the front and the back straight, the first and the second Bremskurve, as they're called, or Jim Clark chicane and whatever the other one was called. But the Ostkurve, the south turn, east turn technically, but the long 180-degree corner, that was still a fast sweeping bend. That one was changed in 1981 after, who was it? I think Patrick Depailler actually died while testing there. So we have some sort of safety thing, some sort of safety measures there with, arm core barriers and two chicanes. They're still very fast, remind you. But you still have the Ostkurve, which is a quick sweeping bend. And if anything goes wrong there, suspension, tires, engine failure, you're in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, believe me, I've when we did race here back in the the turbo touring cars, I had a
Oh, yeah,
lot of
that was chaos.
Oh God, yeah, it was chaos. It was it was mainly chicanes catching people out. Oh, I remember the turn one there, the Lancia Beta Monte Carlo Turbo of who was it, Juan Cano, who spun and he got into Santiago Guia. Bang! Smash! Right into each other. I narrowly missed, and following that, Owen Potter, who was racing here with us today, narrowly missed following that. It was a spectacular first lap. I recommend if you stick around at CMH, I recommend you watch the lap one of that race. And I hope to God it doesn't happen here again today. And I don't think it'll happen because I have good faith in the drivers today.
Yeah,
But
indeed. That's the I don't remember what round it was, but look in the Rennsport Hub playlist on our channel. It's there somewhere.
that's if you're wondering what that name is, it's just it was a little server I had on the side. I don't quite remember why I created it or why I still have it, but I have a passion, as you know, for historic cars, and those are my favorite in particular. So sometimes you might see from time to time an event there, and it might be streamed or it might not be. But if you're around, if you like Group 5 cars, you never know, give it a spin. But that's not the point why we're here today. We're here to see some Formula 5000 V8. I would put them on the same level as monsters with the wheel spin of the old tires of the time. I think they're bias plies. The radios came in about the 1980s and the prototypes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
So we have 2 minutes left. We just had Juan Guerrero just left the pits on his recon lap. He's hurrying up, and German Korev qualified fifth. The Russian driver had his car quickly towed back to the pit, so something was wrong there. But both are now on the track. 2 minutes until the pits close. Any time now, when they get to the grid, we should be able to slowly get done. And you know the 4 words. When we're all on the grid, we can all hear about 8,000 horsepower or 7,000 horsepower. Let's round it up a bit. We're here about 7,000 horsepower fire up here, all naturally aspirated, no less.
yeah, it's surprising these cars able to reach 300 kilometers here in these V8 blocks that only need 8,000 RPM. It's quite interesting, really, because these engines they were pretty much the same as Formula One engines. They were pretty much the same.
Not really.
Not really.
I hate to correct you live on stream because
Oh,
it's a little.
oh no, no. By all
The
means.
thing is, the formula in Formula One was 3.5 liters at the time. No, not 3.5, 3 liters naturally aspirated and supercharged 1.5. These things are 5 liter stock.
Ah, so they're bigger. They're bigger. That's why
And they are based on production engines. Like the Chevys are based on the Chevy small block, the 305, the 305 cubic inch blocks.
I see.
And the Ford that the Lotus have, that Owen Potter and Matthew Sibanyoni driving, those are based on the 302 cubic inch Windsor block. Meanwhile, we're now getting Korev on the grid. Oh, yeah, he's slowly going through, and there's only 2 rows of lights now on the starting grid. That means only 2 minutes left, only 1 light left. That means 2 minutes left until the formation lap. The pits are now closed. Juan Guerrero is coming around the last corner to line up. And I think it's about time for those famous words. Take it away.
Well, Well, I'll allow Juan Guerrero to get into place first, and then we'll say the magic words. He's just taking his time, making sure he hits nobody. Very respectful indeed.
There he is. Now he's in line.
There you go. So, gentlemen, start your engines, because we're about to go for 30 laps around the Hockenheimring. And any minute now, we'll be given the order for the formation lap. How many? I think there's a minute to go by now.
Yes, the last light on the bridge is out. That means it's only 1 minute to go until the formation lap. Engines are started and they're slowly getting warmed up. As you know, old engine blocks, they take their time, but other than that, I think we're almost ready to go.
Did we see these types of engines anywhere else, like the World Championship for makes, or?
That's a good question. These engines, these stock blocks, well, stock car racing and IndyCar racing as well. You know, in IndyCar at the time, you had turbocharged engines, but some people were still mad enough to take their stock block engines to Indy, and they were actually not that unsuccessful if you compare them to the turbo engines. But anyway, 10 seconds to go, Matt. Can talk us through the grid while we're at it. And we're going around Hockenheim for the first of, in total, 31 times.
Good luck, good luck. I will take over, and off they go. Without issues, Lucas Gomez waiting for the rear to come up, the back of the pack. So we have Pascal Mikula leading on pole with Joe Gillette. Oh, Giovanni's in front. I think Joe Gillette needs to overtake him.
No,
Kevin...
Giovanni qualified second.
Oh, he did? Okay, that's the fault of the standings. My bad. So we have Giovanni in P2, Joe Gillette from England, P3, Kevin van der Bosch, P4. Very good qualifying position for a first day on the track. So, as I said, I think him and Joe will be really going to war with each other for position today. As after that, we have German Korev from Russia, Juan Guerrero from Colombia, Owen Potter, another Englishman, Anderson Bernardino from Brazil, Matthew Abowski from the US of A, America, Juho Sopanen from Finland, and Lucas Gomez from Spain. So as they pass into Sector 3 now, we're just going to wait for the formation lap to end, and then we can get this show on the road.
Due to the delay, I would say we kind of agreed, or at least I've asked
the second
the others.
formation.
I've asked. Oh, careful, Giovanni. I've asked the others to just do the formation lap a bit faster because we're a bit behind schedule. About 10 minutes now, due to the fact we had to restart again. But that was a quick formation lap, I think. We ought to be underway in about a minute.
It helps that most of the course is straight line speed. So. All right. Okay. Easy does it, Joe. Easy does it. Everybody come up to the grid slots nice and easy. Lovely. As the rest of the grid comes up, Potter, Bernardino, Abowski.
Sopanen and Gomez are the last ones on the grid. Careful there, boys. Careful there.
Already racing. The lights haven't gone off. Already racing.
And the green flag flies in the back. Let's watch the lights.
Alright. Concentrate now. I'll take over.
There we go.
Alright. Ready now. Any moment. And we're underway. There we go. Potter with look up the outside of Korev. Oh, they're 3 wide with Guerrero. Oh, there's already been a collision in the back. That looks like Abowski and Sopanen. everyone's okay through turn 1 in the mid-pack. Gomez already ahead of Bernardino, looking to make places early in the race. Oh, is Sopanen all right? Is he okay? Kevin van der Boys 3 wide with Korev and Potter already. They're slipstreaming each other. I think we're on board with Juan Guerrero behind Korev, the guy where it's German Korev overshooting and almost spinning into Guerrero. He's hit Owen Potter, so that's 2 cars. Oh, and Bernardino hits Korev. And Matthew Oboyski narrowly missing that, so that's 2-car collision already. Joe Gellett coming through Oast Curve, having a look at Mikula, seeing if he can pass. So that's Van der Bosch in P1, a brilliant start from the rookie. Gillette is speeding down, going to have a look at the inside of Kevin. Will he get the move done? No, he won't. Pascal will sneak on through. Oh, he's gone wide. And Gillette will reclaim P2. Giovanni Santarame, he's coming up on Mikula now. What's going on back in the pack? We saw a couple of cars. Are they damaged? Let's have a look. Potter. Oh, Potter. Straight into the tire barrier. He is not going to be happy about that. German as well, losing his front wing. They're going to be in the pits. I hope they continue. I don't think they will. But it's still a 9-horse race as we have the other cars relatively close together. Kevin van der Bosch now going round for the second time today at the Hockenheimring. Mikula following closely. Gillett in second. As they go into the first corner. Oh, careful. That's Mikula, almost overshooting the corner. He's giving up time to Giovanni. Giovanni's probably going to have a look. Yes, he is. He's going to have a look up the inside. Is he going to get it done? I think, yeah, there he goes, straight on through. But can he keep it under braking? Here we go. Oh, he shot a bit deep. He's going to get up onto the grass and give it away again. That's given away. Unfortunate for the Italian.
And at the moment, Juho Sopanen and Owen Potter are in the pits. Korev is not in the pits yet, but he's crawling around the circuit.
Alright. Yeah, he broke his front wing. Maybe he has a puncture as well. I saw lots of smoke.
Korev is
as
now in the pits.
Giovanni has a look up. Pascal outside this time. Gillette and Kevin are having a go at each other. Can we see who's going to be the winner of that confrontation? Because Giovanni has not gotten the move done yet. Gillette is closely following Kevin. I think Kevin's going to have a busy day defending. I mean, he might give up the position just to have less stress on his shoulders and maybe attack later on as Gillette crawls closer and closer towards Kevin. Kevin might make a mistake. Could we get a cockpit shot of Joe? Let's see what he is up to. There we are. Lovely. So, yeah, I think he's waiting for the mistake. I know. Either he's waiting for the mistake or he's going to tailgate Kevin enough to get into the slipstream and probably take him on the outside and the inside. We are lapping German Korev and Owen Potter, who are going for damage repairs, which must be disheartening for the two, especially German, who is usually a contender in the top 5. He's very unlucky. So Potter's out of the pits now. He's going to merge into traffic. Kevin has regained a gap. Let's cut back to Setarame. I think he's having a look up again of... Yeah, there he is. But he's not going to do it.
I think that was a crash ahead. Not quite, it just looked like it. That's Joe.
Oh,
Joe was jumping over the grass, and German Korev is retired from the race. We have our first retirement, sadly. 2 retirements now. That's
Sopanen is out. Let's see what happened to Sopanen. Maybe a big crash. Let's see. Could we get a replay? Yeah. Oh, it's the Oast curve. Bang! Lost a wheel.
Oh, it's kind of their predictions are coming true. I mean, you said Joe and Kevin are gonna have at it, and I predicted someone's gonna have a go at the Ostkurve. I think both things happen already.
Not to my surprise, Santarame getting a little bit loose, recovering brilliantly, keeping the car together. Let's see what's going on in the mid pack. I think the mid pack is Oh, that's Potter and Guerrero having a fight there. Gomez is in his own little island in 6th, so he's going to be comfortable for the day. Guerrero is getting busy with Potter, who is taking no prisoners. He had an unfortunate start, but it looks like he's going to try and unlap himself. Bernardino is 7th behind Gomez, who has a good gap on him. So if we go back to our top 4 and see how busy they're getting, that's Centerame sticking with Mikula, probably going to go for the slipstream. Mikula lost time through that turn 1, so Centerame, can he hold it together for this lap? Because he seems to give it away in the corners, so either his downforce is just not there.
And Owen has retired.
Okay. So after this, let's see if Santarame holds the position. Yeah, he's gonna. They're side by side. It's too close to say. But after the skirmish dies down, I think we should go back and see what happened to Potter. So let's see if he's gonna try and overtake through the O's curve. Any wise man wouldn't, so I don't think that'll happen. As they're going through the straight now, the gap is building. Let's go back and see what happened to Potter. Okay, so it looks like he lost a wheel, so I think he must have crashed. Yeah, there he goes. Spun on the grass, straight into the wall in turn 1. Pushing hard to unlap him. Oh, he actually got up on 2 wheels, and then he couldn't recover and straight into the wall. Yeah, he was trying to unlap himself. It was a valiant effort, but yeah, I can't blame the guy. He got caught up in a turn 1 incident, which wasn't his fault. That's Centrame keeping Pascal busy again. The gap is 0.5, I'd say, 0.5 of a tenth. Jesus Christ, he's really going for it. He's late. Look at the late braking. Gap getting even smaller. He's really pressuring for P3 here. I think, yeah. Let's wait till after the turn 1. We're going to see what is going to go down here. Hard onto the brakes into turn 1. Yeah, Mikula got the faster exit there, so he's going to try and build that gap. I think. I'm a bit on my feet because I'm afraid that he's going to brake too late and cause a collision, because he's really going for it. He's taking no prisoners. The tires are screaming for help every corner. And there we go. So yeah, he needs to slow down. He's pushing too much. I think he should wait until later. Just retain that comfortable 4th position.
Look at P1 and P2. That's close. They're close. Oh, they're really really
out of the O's, they're side by side.
And we have a new leader.
I told you, Galette is going for the win today. He wants it. It's a case of who wants it more. Does Kevin want the win? Does Galette want the win? Who wants it more? We have to see what kind of risks they're taking. It's only lap 3, I think. Only lap 3. And they're already at it. So as we go back into the stadium section, Kevin is having a look up the inside.
I just wonder if my car wants it.
Kevin is up the inside. He's switching back. I think he's going to... No, he's going to stick on the outside line. Right underneath Joe's rear wing. Closing every bit of space he can. He's going to look on the inside again, maybe. No, he's going to stay in his slipstream and probably wait until after turn 1 in the stadium section to have a go again at the first chicane. Joe is I'd say Joe might place his car in the middle of the track to squeeze. Oh no, he's made a mistake. He's made a mistake and gotten a bit loose, barely missing Kevin's car, but he's still quite close to him. The gap is minuscule. It's tiny. He's going to have another go up the inside of Kevin. And
side by side down the front straight. They are brave.
Too brave, I might say. I might say one of them's going to make a mistake and give it away, as Joe almost gets two wheels up on the curb just to keep that pace. Kevin is definitely having a hell of a debut today.
And I got word that we have Juho Sopanen ready for an interview. So you may want to have a look at getting him in here.
I'll have a look. I don't want to turn away from this battle. It's too close to call. So Kevin is in the slipstream now. He's not gonna have the space. I'll try and get Sopen in here after the gap builds a little. But Kevin is right on Joe. He's not gonna give up the fight. Joe has always been a quick man in the series, but I think he will definitely try to retain the first position he has. And Kevin, look at Kevin's line. He's using as little as the brakes as possible. Look, trusting the grip of his tires. And there he is. Joe has lost some time entering that corner. He's opened up a bit of a space, but he's placed his car well and kept Kevin back. And Kevin has spun. He's tried hard and he's overdriven himself. So he's back in P3. Centorame has a look of Kevin, but Kevin gets away quick enough, so Centorame won't be able to pull off position, and that is the skirmish cooled off for a while. Let's see about getting Sopanen in here first. A quick chat. Alright, let's have a look.
In the meantime, Kevin van den Bosch and Giovanni Centorame very close together. So definitely, I don't think we can look away from that for now.
So I'm going to bring in Juho Sopanen, who had a miserable start. He spun when the lights went out and lost his front wing, and then couldn't recover. So I'm going to drag him into our room now. So, Juho Sopanen, how are you?
Well, now I'm very disappointed.
I can imagine you had such a miserable start. I think was that you who spun at when the lights went out? What happened?
Matthew decided, Oboiski decided to spin around in the start-finish straight. And I didn't see that coming, so I had a late reaction there.
I did see that accident. That caused German Korev to get into Potter, who both have retired. But I do think it was a lapse in driver judgment completely, as Kevin gets loose again, defending from Giovanni. It was a short-lived day for you today, and I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I got word from you that you had a wheel failure. Can you elaborate what happened? What happened there?
Well, the pedals disconnected for no reason, and then I had no brakes whatsoever. When I tried to, when it came back, then I just was a passenger there.
Ah, okay, so that's what happened in the Ostkurve there then, I think.
Yeah.
It just went off there. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's
you live to fight another day. You live to fight another day, Juho. So I come back, redeem yourself. Oh, Centorame! Watch yourself. Another victim of the Ostkurve. Could have been just like Sopanen. just like he's opening. Guerrero's probably going to have a look now. Yeah, there he goes, right on through.
Yeah.
Probably pushed too much to try and catch Kevin. But thank you for speaking to us, Juho. And
And
I
we'll
will.
see you.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week at Indianapolis. Definitely, I think.
Yep. I will be fighting for that in Indy. But yeah.
All right. Good talking to you.
Yeah.
And that was Juho Sopinen, everybody. Unfortunate, our Finnish friend, who has had a very hectic, but it was quite. I have no, from what I've heard from there, I can only have condolences, but it was quite hectic to see. Matthew Aboski, he got loose and blocked up the chicane, and no one could loose out of a mistake. I chalk it up to a racing incident, but we'll have a look after the race. Lucas Gomez is in the pits. Has he gotten damage? Could we get a replay on what happened to Lucas Gomez? It looks like a planned pit stop. Or did he get a puncture? Because I see quite a lot of tire marks. He's missing, I think he's missing his front winglets. And, oh yeah, that's a puncture. I wonder how that happened. Anyway, let's go back to the front runners. Let's see who is challenging Joe at the moment. I think Joe has had a fantastic opening couple of laps to retain that first position. Kevin gave it everything he had in the bag to combat Joe, but Joe's expertise was too much for him, and he lost it. But he's going to fight his way back and maybe have another go as he's taking on Pascal Mikula, who's comfortably in second at the moment.
I think Joe made a mistake. He had a 7-second gap. It's down to 3. I think he made a mistake in the second chicane.
Yeah, the worst thing Joe can do right now is overdrive the car. I think what he needs to do is find the balance between consistency but having enough speed to maintain the gap. As I saw a car, I think without a front wing there.
Oh, Joe is really slow now. What's going on with him? Have a look at this car. I don't know what's happening.
It doesn't, from the outside, doesn't look like he doesn't have any punctures. He has all his wings. Can we cut to the car ahead? There was a car ahead missing a front wing. I swear on it. The car ahead of Joe. That might, yeah. Oh God, this is going to be interesting. So we have the top 3 leaders who are going to have to lap a car with no front wing. Matthew Aboyski, who's had a very unfortunate day himself, but managed to retain a position ahead of Lucas Gomez, who was a lap behind on him. So
collision!
let's go back to
Big! What was that?
Centurame and Guerrero are side by side coming into the chicane as there's an accident. Pascal has gone off. Okay, so Juan has retained the position. Centurame's slipstreaming. He's going to get... Oh, Kevin! He's lost his front wing. Kevin has lost his front wing.
That's what happened. First chicane. Have a replay. That was
and
scary moment.
Guerrero racing around him. Can we get a replay on the chicane? Let's see let's see what happened there. I'd say they were side by side, no one willing to give up the space or the position, and they went. Oh, this looks this is a familiar accident. Oh Jesus. Yeah, that's quite the familiar accident. I won't tell you where I've seen that before, but I've seen it before. Oh Lord.
And Kevin is now off the track. They're both him and me are missing the nose. I think Kevin may even have a puncture, but that sure threw a spanner in both works now. Especially since
that's gonna be a race.
I hate to toot my own horn, but I just pulled the fastest lap of the race the lap before. But well, it happens. It's racing.
Well, Now the race will be done in the paddock as both pit crews scramble to get each car out of the pits and onto the track again as fast as they can. So we have a new P2 and P3, but that's three different combinations of P2 and P3 battles that we've had today. So is Guerrero and Centerame going to have an accident now? And then someone else will take up the mantle of being on the podium?
Hopefully not.
So a boyski blue flags perfectly, so that's lovely. Centerano's having a look at the inside. They're side by side coming into the chicane. 200-meter board, 100-meter board, no collision. And Guerrero's given away the position. Centerame textbook entry through the chicane. And they're away again. So a boyski, perfect blue flagging there. No drama whatsoever. Centerame is pulling a gap about 1 second into the Yost curve, past the 100-meter board, deep into the banked turn, and away he goes. He has created a lovely gap now. There's Joe Galit in the distance, completely isolated by himself. I think he may take away the victory today. I am unsure. Let's go back to the pits. I want to see who gets out there first in the war of the pit crews. Oh, that's Mikula out first, so Kevin has lost that battle, but I think he will use the pace to make up for it, because P5 is still a point-scoring position, and Anderson Bernardino is in the points, comfortably there. Lucas Gomez is running 8th. I think Bernardino has just overtaken Kevin, so he will... Kevin is just out after Bernardino, so let's go to that and see if Bernardino can...
He's out.
He's retired in a point-scoring position.
What happened there?
Oh no! So he left the pit. He went to leave the pits. Oh dear, what's going on? Oh, I think his engine failed him.
Oh no, that's one of the things that's the most fragile
Yeah.
part of these cars, these engines. I mean, if we just can
His
go
engine's
back
failed
into
him.
tech talk real quick, push her
Oh
on.
my god, yeah, it's a blow-up. It's on fire.
Yeah,
It's
you can't over-rev them, otherwise they just blow up really easy. I think Kevin just over-revved it there then.
Yeah, he went into the red line for a fraction of a second there. And then, boom, it blew up. As Centerame, he gets loose, and Guerrero goes on the outside of him. He's having a look for P2. Centerame is going to squeeze him as much as possible. He's placing his car everywhere he can put it to defend the position. As they go through the Ost curve, Guerrero is trying to overtake at the Ost curve. He's going to go for the outside line into the second chicane. No, the third chicane, I'm sorry. Centerame places his car in front of Guerrero, blocking off any chance of overtake. Let's go on board with Guerrero in the cockpit view. Let's get the driver's eye on that. There we go. So let's have a look now. Centerame aggressively defending, putting his car straight in the middle there. He's going to go through side by side into the stadium. No, Centerame goes a bit too wide, and there he's giving it away. But I think he'll have the pace to catch up again, because Guerrero looked like he made a mistake there coming into the stadium, the first corner of the stadium section. He hugs the apex. He takes a wide line to try and get all that speed and get a gap on Centerame, who has had such a busy day today. His tires must be more worn than anyone else's at the moment. Into turn 1, hugging the apex, out onto the outside. Centerame having a look up the outside again. He has the slipstream, he has the speed. Let's get on board. I think they're going to be side by side again. Yeah, exactly side on side. Can you free the cam maybe? Have a look around. I don't think that's oh, there we go. Lovely. So, yeah. So Juan has lost the position again at the first chicane. He's gaining slipstream. I think he'll wait until the after the Ost curves to attack again, unless he's going on the inside line, probably to get the better run through the Ost curves. but he doesn't seem to have the speed. Oh, he brakes late. He brakes late. No touching the grass. Perfect textbook pass. I wouldn't pass there. I don't think I'd have the heart. But he's and then Gio, look, it's swapping. Like, it's constant swapping, constant fighting. They don't want P3. They want P2. But I'm afraid they're gonna collide because I don't. They're definitely losing time on Joe. I think Joe has become completely out of the equation here. Bernardino in fifth. They're going to have to lap him. So who's going to lose more time there? I'd say you'll pick. Centrame might pick his moment to lap Bernardino to lose the at least time and then maximize the time lost for Juan Guerrero behind Bernardino. But Bernardino very respectful, already slowing down early to allow the overtake. And that'll be Centrame going for the overtake. Oh, there they go. Perfect. Bernardino almost coming to a stop. He really wants to maintain that fifth position without any issues. Galit is 12 seconds ahead of Guerrero now, so completely out of the occasion. He's in his own world.
And well deserved as well. I mean, you know, you got to have the pace first to get down to the front. And he definitely
Yeah,
has it.
he fought. Kevin van der Bosch threw everything he had at him, and it wasn't enough. He made a mistake, and then his race started falling apart from there. If you're on the verge of spinning out just to keep up with someone, my advice, I'm not a man to tell you give up, but I'm a man to tell you take what you have right now before you lose it all. He was in P2.
That's easier said than done, and you know that as well.
Yeah.
You know, once you taste the blood,
temptation.
it's really just yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's the temptation to win. And I don't blame him. Rookie, first day on the job, first day on the track. You have a chance to win. Why wouldn't you take it? I mean, Centrame, he had his debut glory on his home track. Like, that's more than anyone could ask for in a debut.
Let's not forget Wilmar Johnson, who won on debut at Snetterton.
Yeah, he was trying to make it
almost 30 seconds as well. I mean,
yeah, it's I think he was driving the Ford GT40 Mark II.
No. You're thinking about Nordic Challenge Cup. I mean, here in F5000, he was driving one of the Elfins.
Okay, all right, okay. I think he did win the debut in the Nordic Challenge Cup.
Oh yeah, that as well. Yeah, he won there as well.
He did.
Oh yeah.
He did win there.
Yes, he did.
So Centrame has built a healthy gap now. What I'm worried about is the mental game. Is he going to be able to continue to hold that gap? The mental game here is like Hockenheim is, like I said, both a very safe but very dangerous track, and it is deceptive. The braking points can be very deceptive. So there's, I'd say about a 2 second, 3 second gap now. That'll be shortened if Guerrero is to avenge himself against Centrame for the Monza win he had. We're coming up to another lapped car. Let's see who that is. That might not be a lapped car. Those colors look familiar. Who is it? Let's go on board with Centrame. A bit of smoke coming out as he locks up. It's Lucas Gomez. Okay. Lucas Gomez going to be easily lapped here. Even give Centrame a little bit of a boost because he manages to get some slipstream off Lucas as he laps him by. It's going to be unfortunate for Guerrero because he's going to have to deal with that in the stadium section. He's going to lose quite a lot of time. This battle, I wouldn't consider it over, but I'd say Centrame is the current winner of such a battle because Lucas Gomez locking up into the corner now, trying to find maybe a spot that he can give away the position safely. There he goes. Textbook blue flagging right there. But Guerrero, as you can see, has lost quite a bit of time as he's now more than a corner behind Centrame. And I think that closes the chapter on this battle for now. Bernardino and Arboyski look like they're getting closer together. About 30 seconds gap, and closing. Arboyski. Yeah, Boyski's Bernardino's getting slower. Boyski's getting quicker. That's what. So there might be issues there, but Boyski hasn't repaired his front wing, so that might be an answer to why he's getting quicker in the straights. Although I don't know, this mod, some mods you get quicker in the straights without the front wing, which is a bit odd. I don't think this mod has that application.
Well, technically, if you think about it, technically, it makes sense because the front wing creates downforce, but it also creates drag, and drag is what pulls you back. So if you got no front wing, you got no drag, at least at the front.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you can see that being proved with lack of downforce causing Boyski to suffer in the stadium section. He has no grip in the car. He might get fed up with that and go to the pits, but I think he refuses to give up it. Like he doesn't have, there's not really much risk for him. He can comfortably pit and still come out ahead of Gomez, depending on if he disables the tire swap for the pit menu. So he'll be able to come out in front of Gomez easily. Centurame still holding a strong gap, maybe even gaining time to Joe, who is 14 seconds ahead of Guerrero. The leaderboard there is a bit glitched. It's not showing the second place car. I think I think that graphic will be sorted out for the next race. Let's focus on the now and then, or the then and now.
Well, what I can tell about the gaps is currently 10 seconds flat between Gillett and Centurame, 3.5 between Centurame and Guerrero, and about 1 minute and 17 between Guerrero and myself. But right, here's the big but. Here's the big buts, and you know we all love big buts. Everyone still has to pit. Remember, they are not going to make it on fuel. They have to pit. I mentioned it earlier.
Oh, is that right?
Ooh,
but I don't think anyone will go for fresh tire. I wasn't aware. I don't
think so. I don't think so. But definitely fuel, because we had the same issue at Monza. Everyone had to pit for fuel because you just wouldn't make it. And we're at Hockenheim. It's about the same track. We have 10 less laps, and we have a few miles less. But everyone still has to pit. Speaking of which, Lucas Gomez is in the pit lane.
Let's go to the replay on Gomez. I think that's a planned pit stop. That must be a planned pit stop. Let's get a replay on that. Oh no, has he punctured it again? He's punctured it again. That wasn't planned at all. He's punctured it again. So yeah, he's having his tires pumped up. He's getting fresh tires again. Boyski, you can pit now. You have literally no incentive not to pit. So you can definitely get that front wing fixed. You'll have to sooner or later. Bernardino.
He's one lap ahead of Lucas Gomez, and when he pits, well, they will most likely repair that front wing. But you would imagine he wants to stretch out his stint as far as possible, so that he doesn't have to pit twice, for example. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a fair point. I don't think if we could get the lap, do you know the lap?
We are currently on lap 17.
So we're past the halfway.
Actually, the leader's on lap 18.
Okay, so you know what I want to see now? I want to see if Guerrero can avenge himself with his strategy. I did not know that you couldn't make it home on starting fuel with these cars. So
I said that at the warm-up.
So let's. Maybe I wasn't listening, but now I can do some predictions. I can make some predictions now. So, what can happen? Guerrero and Centurame. It all depends on who wants fresh tires. Who's going to spend that little bit longer to get the fresh tires to have more speed, and who's going to keep their tires and maybe hold the position they're in for that second place silver glory. I think Guerrero is going to go. If I've learned anything from last week, he's gonna go on fresh compound and try to use that extra fresh bias ply grip to overtake Centurame. And then I think Centurame will stay on his old compounds and try to keep as much time saved as possible, because the pit times in this to reflect 1972, as you didn't have all that much technology available to you. I think they had wheel guns at that time to take the wheels off.
Not in F5000. No, they
Not in
didn't.
F5000?
The thing is,
Okay.
you're lucky if you get 4 tires changed within half a minute. So, what you're saying, the whole matter of changing tires versus not changing tires is even more exaggerated now, because you don't have 10-second pit stops, you don't have 20-second pit stops. You are lucky if you have a 30-second pit stop.
Okay. So with that little nugget
since tire stops weren't usually a thing in the 70s, because these tires would usually hold through the race. They would usually be enough for the whole race, one set of tires.
So you'd only pit during an emergency, is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So with that in mind, I think the pit stops will be fairly even, because I doubt... So if they do switch a compound, it might be an accident. It might be on purpose. We don't know. We don't know what they're thinking. But if considering your analysis on the pit stops, neither logically will come out with a fresh set of compounds, despite how benefiting it would be after the battling they've had, wearing out those tires a little bit more than everyone else. Is Gomez out? Gomez is out.
He has actually retired, yeah. That's something we completely missed.
And Oboyski's getting slow. But he's in a point-scoring position, so he shouldn't retire. So what happened? Let's find out what happened. Okay, so Lucas Gomez, he missed his braking point at the turn. Oh no, it looks like an engine failure.
Another one.
Is it an engine failure? Let's try and get his view from the outside of the car. Maybe Chase can. Because the tack didn't read normally. That doesn't look like a normal heel toe downshift. Either the brake, that looks a bit like a brake failure as well. That doesn't, because he definitely had enough speed to complete the corner. He just couldn't. That either looks like one of two things: or one of three things, I should say: engine failure, brake failure, or a controller disconnection. Matthew Oboyski has punctured his tires, so that's going to be another issue from frying pan to fire. He's already missing a front wing.
He has to pit now.
Yeah, he has no choice. I'm going to see if I can find out in chat what happened to Lucas Gomez, as Oboyski definitely heading to the pits. I don't think there's any talk of Gomez yet. Yeah, I don't hear too much about Yeah, I don't hear. Yeah, there's nothing going on there. So we'll cut back to the stream. Boyski crawling into the pits. Oh.
Meanwhile, it doesn't look like Guerrero is isn't very much able to get back on Centurame. So while we're at it, it's lap 20 of 30, so we're 2/3 the way through. Matt, you can tell us what's coming up next here at CMH Sports the next few weeks, as we head into our little summer break and then come back from said summer break.
Okay, cue the posters. The 2021 R-Factor Sim Racing Alliance Indianapolis 500 is going to have its time trials. We're going to get 50 cars, I think it's 55 exactly, going for only 33 slots for the Indy 500, which is it's 1994 and 1995 themed. Those are the cars we're using for our Indy 500. So
beautiful cars as well.
I think I will be commentating there. I'm supposed to be driving in that, but as I said, my old PC is on the blink for the moment, so I'm going to probably take up the mantle and give you the coverage on that event, and maybe brush up on a little history to talk about what goes down at the Brickyard. Other than the big Indy event, what else do we have? We have the race. Well, it goes without saying, of course. But what's going on at CMH in particularly? Thruxton next week. Thruxton.
Not next week.
Not next week, because we have
August
we have the upcoming Gold Star that will probably film.
That after that.
No. After that, I'm getting a bit.
Look on the poster, Matt. Look on the poster, Matt. Then the third.
Oh yeah,
three events coming up: Indy qualifying, Indy race, and on August 1st, the Thruxton race, the Thruxton Trophy in Formula 5000. That's the 11th of 14 rounds, so we're coming close to the end of the season. And we all know when it's Thruxton Thursday, we all enjoy racing.
Yeah. That's my apologies. It's a bit of a weird time when the RSRA is active. Schedules get muddled up a bit. But yeah, Thruxton. If you're in the CMH server, Thruxton Thursdays is quite the popular little novelty that we have in the server. So I think Thruxton will definitely be it'll definitely be a fan favorite amongst the drivers to be there. So,
and there's definitely more than enough cars available. So if you want to join, if the racing, I mean not the crashing, if the racing looks interesting, hey, come on, we got more than enough cars for the last four races of the season. I think I would have an absolute field day. I think we would have an absolute field day if we get something like 20 cars for the last 2 or 3 races. That would be amazing.
Bernardino having his planned pit stop now. I think he's running on empty. Needs to fill up. Yeah. I wouldn't say crashes happened here today. I think we saw two mechanical failures, and then everyone survived the accident. It's just that on a fast track like all the tracks in the Formula 5000 calendar are quite punishing. Like, if you have an accident and need to make up time, you will lose a lot of time due to the fact that the pit stops just aren't quick. It's the pit stops to blame, not the crashes themselves, and the fact that the suspension damage is brutal. But I think it's also, most importantly, the mental game. When you lose that time and you're not part of that pack battle for points, that can be often destructive to your ego to drive, your willingness to fight. So that could be a definite problem there. But as we're on Guerrero now, he's very, very much far away from Centerame, who's had a perfect
to 12 seconds behind him, actually.
Yeah. I think he's planning to get him on the pit stop. Oh, commentator's curse. Centerame outbrakes himself, loses his front wing, and that'll put Guerrero back in P2. Oboisky near missing him. Centerame does not.
You want to know another jinx?
What's happened?
The lap before his crash, right now, this previous lap 22, he pulled the fastest lap of the race, 157.6.643. He just did the fastest lap, and then now he crashes. I think that's... You don't want to have the fastest lap at Hockenheim, I think.
Yeah, it seems like the 157. It seems like 157 on race pace is the limit here at Hockenheim. If you pass if you're clocking 157s, you need to slow down. That's what looks like is going on here. So Centerame, he's in third position. Bernardino's going to unlap himself on Centerame, but Centerame, he's still in P3.
Yeah, depending on how long his pit stop takes, he may come out in front of me.
Yeah, I think he will get out in front of you because he did not puncture the tires. He did not have any tire damage. So he's going to come out. He might come out in front of you, given that he didn't change his tires for the stop. Is that smoke I see on his car?
Well,
Oh God, please
he
don't
should
turn.
turn his engine off then, because it might be overheating.
No, it wasn't smoke. It wasn't smoke. It was the murkiness of the pit floor. Yeah, he's doing okay. I think. Yeah, he won't make it out.
Oh, watch
Maybe
it,
he
watch
make
it.
it out. Yeah, we won't make it out. He's either equipped new. Oh no, he's out. He's just out now. He's just out now. So he's going to be fighting for position. He's going to chase you down. I think he'll chase Mikula down
And
for
we have
position.
7 laps to go. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, Lucas Gomez is now... Never mind, Lucas is retired earlier, but he just now left the game. I thought he
All
just
right.
crashed again.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. And then so we have the race leader coming up to lap a battle for P3. I'd say if Guerrero doesn't have the pace to keep extending that gap after, like a healthy Formula 5000 car going for a planned pit stop is usually quick. It's usually only 10 to 15 seconds. Oh, it's getting a bit loose, distracting Joe a little, but Joe gets around quickly. Sent the Rame there, getting on the grass. He's definitely got fresh tires, so at least he can use those to the max. Because fresh tires, if his car is squirreling around where it normally wouldn't, that's cold tires in effect there. So I want to see if Guerrero is going to take his planned pit stop.
Yeah, Guerrero and Gillett still have to pit, at least from what my opinion is. I mean, Joe doesn't really need to. He can just back off. He can save fuel. Joe is far enough ahead that he can make it on fuel if he just slows down and, does lift and coast, all the stuff they do in endurance racing and stuff to save fuel. Joe can do that here. He's got enough of a lead. He's got so much of a lead. I'm in 3rd place and he's only like 10 seconds behind me. He's so far ahead of
I
me that
think
he's behind me
I
again.
think I think he can. I think he can even stop for fuel and still come out in front.
Yeah,
He might.
that's the huge gap he has.
Yeah. Here's Guerrero now. I want to see if he takes his planned pit stop, and then I want to see where he comes out. Let's
Well,
see now.
the gap is about 80 seconds, so he will definitely come out in 2nd place still if he pits.
Okay.
Then again,
I wanna. Yeah.
Guerrero has even more of a gap to me than Joe has to Juan. So even Juan can just back off and just coast. He can cruise home. Technically, he's got enough of a gap, and he's probably got enough fuel as well.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I think Guerrero. I think Guerrero had problems earlier in the race that he needed to pit for. I'm not sure, maybe, but then there's always the looming danger of making a mistake, a lapse in concentration. But I think from what I see now, the lines he's taking, he's quite complacent to just wait it out, wait and see what happens. He's not riding the curbs. He's not pushing too hard. I think he's going to wait, and then he's going to find out where he finishes, if he takes a planned pit stop or not. But yeah,
we have a stationary car in the stadium. Sorry to interrupt. That's Matthew Sibanyoni.
Yeah, let's go to him.
He's stationary, exiting the Sachs curve, the banked left corner in the stadium.
Oh, he's stuck. He's beached his car on the curb.
Oh,
he's
that's
stuck.
bad. That's bad.
He needs to reverse. You need to reverse, lad. Reverse off the grass with the wheels that aren't beached. Hear my voice. Reverse. No, you're gonna blow it. You're gonna blow the V8. Reverse. Reverse. I'm telling you. Yes. Yeah, keep going like that. Surely, steadily but surely he should come out of the grass. No, don't go forward.
Technically, Juan has enough time to help him out, but... okay, Juan is racing there, so he doesn't have to.
Oh, I think he's gonna retire. He's not moving. He's not moving. He's not moving at all. No, he's gonna
Well,
return.
as long as his engine's running, he still can go.
It's running, but I think he's giving up on getting this car off the grass. Reverse, I'm telling you, pal. Use those two wheels that still have grip on the road and get out of it that way. I can't tell if he's reversing or not, but I hope so. Because he was moving when he was reversing. It was slow, but it was enough, and then he can gain traction on the curb and get out of this predicament he's in. And he's still in a point-scoring position. There has to be some way. Okay, he's gonna try turning into the grass now. Maybe let's try and get a view from on top. There's Bernardino passing by. It's a race. No one can and will help him out. So he has to figure out a way to unleash this car. Of course, he can't get out and push as that's illegal. Oh man. Centurane, all of them, Gillett, all of them passed him by. Can we cut back to the live? See if he's made any progress? He's being wise. He's ready. He's not full throttling the car. Oh, okay, we're going on to how he beached it. So it just understeered and he got stuck. Straight onto the curb. Oh, he's away! Lovely. Let's see how he got out of it. He's away. Oh, he received a push from Mikula. Okay, that's great. That's great to see. It's good sportsmanship. So now he's going to finish his race. That's a great sight to see. You love to see it. And that's Gillett going slowly by. So Pascal reverses him back onto the tarmac to give him enough traction to get going again. And I can definitely tell there'll be some. If this was real life, there'll be some salutive gesture to Pascal to that for his aiding to keep him going, and that's quite wholesome to see. But if I may, let's cut back to the racing and see what's happened with Juan Guerrero. Has he pitted at all? I don't think he's.
No, neither Joe nor Juan has pitted. They may make it. They may try to make it on fuel.
Guerrero took quite a wide line on the Oaks curve, almost went off. Be careful, you don't want to overdrive yourself. Centurame, has he fought for your position yet? I think he's passed you.
Oh yeah, he passed me when I helped Oboyski out of this predicament. I'll just try to catch him back. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Let's go back to that battle as the gap closes to 0.2 of a second, or 0.002 of a second even, because...
I would say it's more like 4 seconds.
Oh, okay, so I'm seeing that standings is awful deceptive now. It's not working as intended. We'll figure it out next race, as I said. So the gap is about 3 to 4 seconds. Centurame is probably going to go back to pushing now as he's ahead. He might, who knows? He might let him by. He might have seen that you were trying to help Matthew out of the grass.
He's absolutely not obliged to let anyone by. It's a race. Let him do it. I mean, this is going to be exciting. We have 3 laps to go, and we'll see how it goes.
I think we can solidify Joe as our race winner, unless he runs out of fuel, and the heartbreak comes in for the English fan. But
if both Juan and Joe run out of fuel, I think that would be the biggest upset we've seen this season. I think that would be Centurame's second race win in a row on his debut, which would be unbelievable. Well, that would be his third. He would have a 100% win rate. Remember, he won the Targa Florio in the Group A class. He won the Italian former 5000 race, and well,
Well, we'll see now. Guerrero hasn't gotten much slower, so I think they have plenty fuel left in the tank. And the gap here looks like it's closing to 3 seconds now. I will be back in a short moment. Okay, I am back. So let's have a look now and see what I've missed. So the gap has closed on Mikula and Centorame. Looks like it's about 2.5 seconds. Joe and Guerrero, are they still running comfortably? I think they are. Yeah, from the track map, it seems they are running pristine and fine. So, Centorame, keep it together as he goes off a bit on the. I think I'm the curse for him today. I think I'm the one giving him problems. Seems every time I cut to him, he makes a mistake. So I don't want to be the reason why the horse I bet on to actually win this race would be in trouble because of it. Because the gap is close to about 1.5 seconds because of that. And then he'll have to lap somebody. I don't know who it is, but it might actually, no, it's Joe, so he won't have to lap Joe. But if Centorame is catching up on Joe, then that means Joe has fuel issues and he needs to be going slow. Yeah, let's go to Joe. Let's see how he's driving. Because he must be going very
new fastest lap by yours truly, just bringing you up to speed, 157.572.
Don't crash.
Don't tell me that, you're just gonna jinx it.
Oh, you see, I cut to Joe now, and he's gone off on the grass. He's losing time. Yeah, he's not driving 100% anymore. He looks like he's worried about the fuel. But I mean, he can still stop. He always has the option to stop. Is that a voice?
We're on the final lap. That's why he's slower.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's everybody who about to finish the race. Oboyski's going slow after another spin in the third chicane. The Clark S, I think that's the Clark S. He comes back. He's safely into the stadium section now. As Joe, our race leader and probably about to be our race winner, comes into the last.
Oh, big crash! Big crash! Oh, whoa!
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my Lord! He's gonna continue on 3.
It's the last lap. It's the last lap. It's the last lap. Let him do it. Oh my God! What an excitement! Don't miss.
How did that even happen? He spun on the. Oh my God! He went over the catch fence and Guerrero's tree.
Oh, Joe is crossing the line now. Come on. He's got him.
So Joe wins the race. Joe ran out of fuel on the line. He's going very slow. Joe ran out of fuel on the line, I think.
Oh my God, the excitement.
Then Guerrero Guerrero has spun in the stadium section. Let's go back. I want to see what happened to Santarame. How did he possibly spin on the straight as Santarame? Let's see him cross the line on 3 bloody wheels. That's 4th. Still admirable as he goes into the pits. But what in Sam hell happened there? I want to see
Finished.
Spun on the let's rewind very, very fast and find out what happened.
Oh my god! Have you ever? No, I've never.
I'm just thinking, how is that possible? He spun in the middle of the straight.
I tell you what happened. It's the same thing that happened 2 laps ago. He just got on the grass.
Oh, he lost. Yeah, he lost the rear. He lost the obviously not enough downforce for obvious reason, and then you almost got collected. So if that was 2 cars out on the final lap, that would have been something else. And then he went over the catch fence on the lap. He got, and then he got respawned back, so he's okay. But he went over the catch. Imagine if there was no sort of car recovery enabled in the PLR for the server, he would have been over the catch fence, and that would have been his evening, his day over.
That was.
And then Guerrero, probably from shock from seeing that, because he was behind the both of you when that happened. He spun on the stadium section, and then he saw Santarame's three-wheeler again, just inching over the line. It looks like it might have been from the excitement, but it looks like Joe did not, in fact, run out of fuel. He's able to complete his cool down lap in full. Guerrero redeemed himself in a cool and calm ice water fashion. No pit stop needed.
I cannot put into words how exciting that last lap was. There's Joe.
A boyski made it home, safe and sound, thanks to you. Joe looks like he's quite happy with himself, mowing the lawn a bit on his.
He's very happy. Look at him. He's coming to the pits now. I think we're going to see some donuts. Maybe even.
Awesome.
Maybe. Come on. Crank it around and put the foot on the floor. Or maybe he's too civilized for that, I bet.
Yeah.
But we have a race winner, and his name is Joe Gillett. Wait, is he gonna crank it? He cranks it? Come on. No, he just parks it. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. So
It's
British.
classy.
He just
classy.
did it. The class act. He wins in dominating fashion and then just parks it. Wow. Props to him. Wow. Oh my god. Absolutely.
So that was Hockenheim. That was Hockenheim, ladies and gentlemen.
Our finishing order is Joe Gillett from the U of K. Wins with a time of just under 1 hour. Juan Guerrero, 29.8 seconds back. It would have been only 20 seconds, but you know what happened at the last lap there. That was, oh my god, my heart. I'm not having a heart attack, but Juan Guerrero second, myself third, Giovanni Santarame on 3 wheels fourth, Bernardino fifth, Oboyski sixth, and then the retirements are Gomez, Vanden Bosch, Potter, Sopanen, and Korolev. Oh my god, Matt! I'm about to throw some bombs here, but oh my god, what was that event?
Jesus Christ Almighty! It's obviously the nerves. He's gonna be so fucking pissed about that. Excuse my language.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, my hands are shaking. That was the Preis der Preis der Nationen at Hockenheim. Matt, your verdict on a scale of 1 to 10. How batshit crazy was that race?
Considering considering the fact that the first lap took out 3 cars, well, not exactly took out 3 cars, but 3-car incident, and they all got out of it safe and sound, and then too much complications. We saw pretty much a death at the OS curve. Then we had 3 matchups for podiums from the course of the race, which had the losing person of those matchups overdriving the car and almost spinning out. I think we got a puncture off that. Then we had a last lap tangle, which it resulted in a 3-wheel cross over the line, which was unbelievable. I'd say a 99.9 out of 10. So, you can't get any better than that. I don't know if we have any interviews. We'll see. Let's have a look.
I don't think so. Maybe Joe, but he just left very soon. So did Juan Guerrero. I think the two of them or they don't have that much time, but generally, let's have a look at the chat at the paddock. Some opinions about the race. So lap 1 incident, German Korev has apologized for his incident, and Owen Potter wasn't very happy about that. Neither was Juho Sopanen, as you can imagine. And yeah, Lucas Gomez, I think, confirms to you that he had a brake failure.
I knew it. It had to be something. It
I mean,
had to be something.
He says he had to pit twice to repair his car. And coming out of the second chicane, his car just veered to the right because of the suspension. And about 600 meters later, he says it refused to brake. So it's kind of something like what happened at Monza with him, where he had the suspension issue and it just went into the wall and had to retire. But here he went into the wall after suspension damage and got more suspension damage, and something must have broken his brakes, because he just says, yeah, it just refused to slow down. So we'll hope he's okay. Fortunately, we're only doing this virtually, so no deaths, no injuries, no nothing. But
Yeah.
that's about, I would almost say if Lucas in the past 2 races, if he weren't to have bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all. That's very bad luck there.
Jesus, like it's pain. We saw a lot of heartbreak today, but like a lot of people, I had bets on contending for the race. Like German and Potter would definitely make the race very exciting. All got collected in a spin that was also due to bad luck, and I'm just kind of, the jaw is dropped. That's what I can say. The jaw is quite dropped. Because I'm struggling. I'm struggling for words, because a lot to digest. A lot to digest, if anything. I'd have to watch this race back over, because it's a lot to take in. A lot of accidents, and then the last couple of minutes, and then we're gonna get Juan Guerrero in the box to talk, the commentary box, to have a word with his success today, and redeeming himself and keeping cool on the track after his unfortunate accident in Monza that cost him a better position than he finished. I wouldn't say a terrible finishing position. He still collected points, if I remember, but he could have. I think for himself, I think he wishes he could have done better.
Yeah.
So
anyway, we're looking for Juan Guerrero, who said he's just gonna put on his headset and then just come in here, and Matthew Oboyski as well.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's great.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have some nice words because of what happened when he beached his car. But let's just all sit down and just relax and get the blood pressure down. I mean, that last lap was, what is it about CMH races and the final lap? Anyway, let's have a look. Yeah, I wish I knew the answer to that. Anyway, Matthew Oboyski. In he comes. Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Oboyski. How are you doing?
I think he's
Matt?
still setting up.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
give him a
probably.
moment. In your own time. No pressure. The race is over. You don't have to sweat any more than you have already.
Oh man, that was a crazy one. No, but well, we got two Matts now in the booth, so I'm saying Oboyski and Sibanyoni. Oboyski, we couldn't hear you just now, so maybe something's up there. Just take your time. We'll have ample things to talk about, I think, about that. And just as I
Think he's
mentioned,
having.
it looks like Juan Guerrero actually says, just conveniently, it seems his headset has gone missing. So, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're gonna get Juan Guerrero into the booth today, but maybe next time, maybe next week. Let's see.
We
Let's
could
see.
set up. Oh yeah, we'll see if Matthew or no, Oboyski. We'll see if he will get set up. I think he's still trying to work out the bugs, so we'll give him time. We can talk about what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks and possible future plans. I'll and on top of that, maybe we'll set up another podcast because we haven't done that in a while. Um,
Yeah. Let's have a look at again what comes up next here on this channel. Oh boy. I think even our producer, Eugene, I'm just gonna call him Eugene. So I think even he has a bit of a high blood pressure after that. No, but let's have a look at what comes up next. As you said, the time trials for the RSRE Indianapolis 500. As you said, it's more than 50 cars going for 33 slots over 2 days. We have on July 17th, we have pole day where the top 21 will qualify, or the top 21 slots will be locked in. And on July 18th, it's bump day where the rest of the field gets put in. And Matt, I'm pretty sure we will have a lot of excitement looking into bump day because, as you know, you hate to you never want to be in 33rd come bump day. You never want to be on the bubble.
oh yeah,
Yeah. The greatest spectacle in racing brings the greatest spectacle in qualifying as well. The week after that, we go big time racing. The Indianapolis 500-mile race, the greatest spectacle in racing, 200 laps to 500 miles, with these beautiful, beautiful cars. I said it before. I'll say it again. The guys that paint these cars, hell, they're so beautiful. I wouldn't mind racing them IRL the way they look. They are beautiful. So really creative and looking forward to seeing them on track. And after that, August 1st, it is. It is the next race in our Formula 5000 championship. Whenever that poster comes up, there it is. The Thruxton Trophy at Thruxton, and we'll have some special stuff prepared for there. Uh, I think it's 45 laps at Thruxton. I need to check again. I actually don't know fully. Thruxton, no, also 30 laps. Imagine that. We have Monza and Hockenheim, two races where we have 120 miles and more, and then we go to Thruxton, which is what is it, 2 miles? The track is 2 miles or something. We only do 30 laps there. This is like a cakewalk for the drivers after Hockenheim, I bet. But yeah, that's what comes up next. And if this stuff interests you, if you look at that last lap and thought, oh my god, I could have been part of that excitement, come on in. Hey, server invites in the stream description, and we're always looking for new drivers. So come on in. We're looking forward to seeing you on track. So now Let's hope that Matthew Oboyski has managed to get his microphone working. He's currently muted, but let's see.
Yeah, he's just having a bit of an issue. He can't hear us. And
Oh, I see. Well, I would give him the tip to just restart Discord, just control R it, you know? I mean, you had the same issue the other day, and
oh,
I think
okay, he's gonna.
I think he heard me after all, and he's back. Okay,
He's
let's see.
moved into the green room.
Yeah, oh
Can you?
no, he just disconnected. Anyway,
Right.
I'm not sure. Either way, let me just type something.
Okay, his mic is on, so let's have a look. I think he's ready.
No, I just told him control R your Discord if it still doesn't work. Maybe it's just some Discord bug. I mean, it happened to you as well last week.
I think he's talking, but he cannot hear. But we cannot hear him, and and vice versa, of course. But he has all the time in the world. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna make sure he gets his voice heard.
Yeah, I think it still doesn't work. But uh, well, either way, he's on mobile. Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
You need. Oh, if that's the case, so am I. So you need to. If you can, there'll be a bar on the top in green. Says voice or video connected. You go to that. There'll be and then you go, there'll be an icon. It'll come up as like squares of all the people in the call currently. Then you swipe up, change audio output, make sure you're not deafened, and then that should work. I'm not sure if your UI is the same as mine, because I'm on a Samsung, but in any case,
either way,
you,
yeah. I just said it just wrote that Matt said change your audio output in voice chat or something like that. Thing is, anyway, at some point we gotta sign off. And as much as I hate to say that, uh, yeah, the time is coming anytime soon. I will be gone for about a half second because I need to I need to turn on my fan to get some fresh air, and I need to unmount my wheel. So I will have to be gone for about a minute.
no worries. I'll keep helping Boyski here. And okay, color commentary. All right. So apologies, but we will get a word out of Matthew Boyski in a minute. Give him time. We'll sign off soon enough though, because we can't be here all day.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
no, okay, I'm back. I'm back, and yeah, well, we won't be here all day, but you know. Oh, but if I can just give my own recap. Kevin touched me in I think it was lap 12 or so. You know, that's where the collision was, where I lost my front wing and had to pit.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Anderson Bernardino said he can give an interview in the time that Boyski is trying to set up the mic.
Oh, in that case.
So I'll move. I can move a Boyski to the green room.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'll move him to the green room, and we'll get a word out of Bernardino. So anytime you want to come in, Anderson.
Okay, I think he's now in the green room. There he is. Okay, we got an interviewee with working equipment. I hope. Anderson Bernardino, Mr. Sunday, I would call you with your performances. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. That was a very crazy race. A lot of stuff happening. I am anxious to watch it. Very, very tiresome race. I was with fear that the engine was not in go until the end because overheating and stuff. But yeah, it was a good result, and I'm happy to win some points in the championship.
Did you have to pit for fuel or anything like that? I mean, I think we all pitted at least once for one reason or another. But did you have to pit for any damage or any fuel issues or anything like that?
I pitted only for fuel. I had some little spin, but nothing, nothing that gave some serious damage to the car. So it was only for fuel.
Okay, that's great to know. Anderson, I don't know I don't know where exactly you were on that last lap, but that last lap was crazy, at least from what we saw. Did you see anything uh about the last lap, like right before the finish, where everything just went wrong at the same time? Did you see anything there? I don't
No, I,
remember if you were there.
no, I did not see anything, but I on the graphics of the cars, I saw that everyone was liking closing the gap. I was thinking something might happen, but I did not see anything. What happened?
Okay. Well, in that case, either way, congratulations to your finishing position. I think I think you finished fifth there, fifth or
Yeah,
sixth.
fifth.
Fifth, yeah. Okay. Well, you see, this was such a crazy race. I don't even remember the finishing positions, and the race was like 10 minutes ago. Anyway, yeah, congratulations. That's 2 points on your points tally. That puts you up to a total of. I need to find the standings. That puts you a total of 14 points. So you're definitely up into the top 10 in point standings with your consistency. Thank you very much for your words. We'll see you next time in Thruxton then.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Anderson.
Okay.
Okay,
With
let's
that
go back
said,
to a
I
Boyski.
wonder if Oboyski is ready. Let me just get him in here. Okay. Matthew Oboyski, just a quick question. Can you read us?
Oh, he's
No, he
back in
can't.
the green room.
Okay, I think he just went by himself there.
I'll go to the green room and see if I can help him out.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
Well, now there was only one. Well, the technology can sometimes really just screw you over. Anyway, now I got nothing to talk about. Anyway, back on topic. Oh, never mind. My partner in crime is back. So what's up with Matt? I don't know. I can't hear you. Oh God, no. More technical issues.
Hold on. Okay. Can
No.
you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Now.
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready.
Then get him in here.
Okay. The booth.
Oh, okay. Fine. There you go. All right, Matt. Can you read us?
I was able to hear him in the green room, so I think I'll be able to hear him too here. Maybe if we moved, I don't know.
We
I'm
should
not
we should
sure.
all. I think we can all move to the green room then real quick.
Yeah, because it was working when it was in the green room.
Okay. Okay. How about now? Now I can't hear anyone. Oh, now, okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, now it works. Okay, I think there was some connection issues here on Discord. I think that's what the issue was.
It
We'll
wouldn't
check
let
his
me select
rules.
the headset.
Ah, okay. Anyway, yeah, Matthew, take it away, boys.
All right, so break it down. What happened? You had a hectic race. You had a couple of issues. You had to you were beached on the curb for quite a time. And, so talk us through how you felt.
Try not to swear, please.
Absolutely. Pretty much. I've practiced my takeoff before, but I guess I haven't really practiced on a full grid with special effects, and all the smoke pretty much just made my PC lag and my throttle input lagged a bit and caused me to spun out. So apologies to whoever I may have included. I haven't watched the replay yet, so I don't know who I messed up too much, but sorry about that. And then I had a pretty wild race. Thankfully didn't DNF. I almost DNF'd. I beached up on that curb, and then Pascal comes by in fourth place, stops and helps me off the curb to finish, and then takes off and manages to pull third. So I want to thank him for that. Great sportsmanship and a good race. And sorry to whoever I may have affected at the beginning.
Well, if I can just put a little answer to that. I mean, the thing is, first of all, thank you for your nice words about that lap. What was it? Lap 20, 25, or 26 incident. Insert troll face. Well, the thing is, I saw you beached on that curb, and trust me, Matt and me were in the commentary booth going, "Put it in reverse, slip the clutch, you can do it." And then 2 laps later, I see you still beached there, and I'm like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get you off that curb, whatever." And
Yeah, I was
I
trying
the thing is,
everything I could.
I almost beached
Absolutely.
myself. I almost beached myself right behind you. Like, I'm going through the Sachs curve. I plan to push you forward. And then I realized, oh god, if I stop now, I am the one that's beached on the curb. So I just put the foot on the floor, went around you, and then just backed up into you, got you off there that way. And I mean, look, Giovanni overtook me there, and I didn't really care much. I was thinking like, okay, you know, I lost third place, whatever. Just keep going. And then he crashes on the final lap. Like, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad it worked out. For a second there, I was getting ready to return to pits because I actually thought I may have gotten in your way at first, and that I caused you to go off. So I'm glad that you had intended to
Oh no,
stop and I didn't
that
take
was
you
on
out, because I
purpose.
was just getting ready to go back to pits to get out of everybody's way. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, all right. I think Sibanyoni also said it perfectly. If we were doing that in real life, there would have been some hand gestures of saluting there. We'll see you in about, when is it? 3 weeks at Thruxton for the next Formula 5000 race, I suppose.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
All right, we'll see you there. Thank you very much, Oborski, and yeah, talk to you later.
Thanks, everyone. You guys have a good one.
Yeah, enjoy. All right.
Okay.
I
We
think the race ended half an hour ago. I think.
I think we might be able to line up the race winner himself, Joe Gallet.
Do we
I
have
think
him?
uh,
Oh yeah.
I've asked him if he can come in for an interview. I'm not
He said he
sure.
was eating. Oh, it'd be great
I
if we
don't
could
know.
get
I don't
some
know if
words
he's
from him.
still eating, but hopefully we can get a word out of the race winner himself, who had to battle the challenges of the rookie Kevin van de Bosch.
Yep. About Kevin van der Bosch. I got a message from him. He said, "I'm really, really sorry. I watched the replay and I braked on my normal braking point. I was in your slipstream and you braked earlier than I expected. I tried to avoid you, but I still hit you." He said that in a private message to me. To which I say, you know man, it's racing. It happens. You know, we just go on to the next one. I'm not even mad.
It's
Anyway,
some debut, though. You should be focusing on the fact
definitely.
that you're that competitive on a debut.
Oh yeah,
Forget
and
about the crash. Like, come on now.
he was. I mean, admittedly, he was in one of the better cars, but still, he wasn't the only one in an M18. You know, he had other cars, other drivers in the 72 McLaren to beat, and he did quite confidently, nonetheless. Anyway, let's see if we can get Joe Gillette into the booth. If not, then we'll have to sign off, and yeah.
I'll give him 2 minutes because we can't be here forever.
Exactly. At some point, I gotta open the Indianapolis track again. So, that was a wonderful race as well. Let's have a quick chat, Matt. You said you were ordering a new PC. How's that one going?
I'm waiting. It's been a real hassle because I'm still waiting for the new pin for my credit card to come. But I need to get the GPU, and I'm going for an RTX. Oh, I got a ping. I thought it might be Joe.
No, it's it's our producer saying you still owe him £5.
You know what? I'm not getting into that on stream.
Oh man. Oh man. Either way. Oh man. Yeah,
I think I promised him.
the Royal Mail is, I mean, we all know London traffic. I mean, you know what I'm referring to.
Yeah,
It
and
never moves. Ah,
what's the difference between a statue and
what do a
London
statue
traffic?
and what do a statue and London traffic have in common? We
They
literally
both
never
never
effing
move.
move.
Yeah,
We literally never effing move. Either way.
I don't think we're
It
gonna
seems
see.
no.
I don't think we're gonna see Joe today, unfortunately.
Oh well, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen.
But congrats to our race winner, anyways.
Let's quickly recap the race results before we sign off here from still quite sunny Germany. Let me just open that on up because it's taking a few minutes. But yeah, our race winner today is definitely and unmistakably Joe Gillett from the United Kingdom. So I think that's his. Oh, I don't even know how many wins he now had, but this one is definitely one of the best. Second place, you know, not quite the winner, but still more than good enough, is Juan Guerrero of Colombia in the. Well, he's in one of the McLaren M18s, and as you said, Kevin van der Bosch has beaten him until he crashed out, unfortunately. Third place is myself, a very lucky third place. I mean, you know, if Giovanni hadn't crashed on the last lap, he would have gotten third place, no doubt. Speaking of which, fourth place, 3 wheels. Dorame, second on the grid. Actually, I stand corrected. Juan Guerrero was in a McLaren M10B. Giovanni Santorame is in a McLaren M18. And as you could commentate on earlier, the two McLarens, they were having a good old ding dong battle there. Fifth place, Anderson Bernardino, whom we had in the commentary booth earlier, 3 laps behind, but still 2 points for him. Sixth place, Matthew Oboyski, 6 laps behind, but you can't really blame him for that. He was stuck on the curb for 3 laps, you know. But either way, Matthew Oboyski, 6th place, 1 point on his tally. 7th place, Lucas Gomez, a DNF with brake failure. 8th place, Kevin Vandenbosch, a DNF with engine failure. Owen Potter, P9, a DNF with It says suspension damage, so some accident probably. Juho rounds out the top 10 with a DNF with an accident, what we can call mechanical failure. And running up the field, 11th place, German Korev of Russia with the back FM5, who also had an accident crashing out of the race. Now, that's your race results for tonight. Next week, we'll be in Indianapolis for time trials. Thank you very much for watching. This is Pascal Mikula, Matthew Sibanyoni, and Evgeniy Sidorenko. I hope I pronounced that right. Signing out from Hockenheim. So long.
Goodbye.